Evening, everyone. Hope everyone's had a lovely day. And 2 seconds.
There we go.
Are you on, Jim?
I'm on, mate. I'm on.
Whoa.
I'm live.
You're looking slick, mate.
2 boldies look on screen. Mate, my hairline's no better than yours. It's exactly the same. It's just time to just shave it off and be done with it, I think.
Trying to copy up the sheriff.
You got it. You got it.
How are you doing, mate? You're looking a lot happier than you were a few weeks back.
Oh, mate, I'm absolutely knackered. The old boy I was working with today was moaning that I was buzzing my tits off. But come home from work, just, mate, like I said to you earlier, I have no intention of ever letting you down. Once it starts getting past 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm struggling.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite.
I've got coffee to wake myself up.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I don't get finished till round about 8 o'clock usually, but I've got a lot of things to do. What do?
You sell, do you not sell vapes?
Yeah, but that's just a sideline. I fit fires and stoves and fireplaces, stuff like that.
Oh, fair play.
But well, I work for the guy who does it. I don't do it myself. I work for the guy who does it. But yeah, I do that.
I've had periods. Sorry, mate. I've had periods of my life where I've worked for myself, and mate, it's hassle finding the work. Obviously, you make a little bit more money working for yourself, but I just prefer working with somebody else. Let them find the work and just take it.
See, I'll do that. I'll get in for about 4, and I'll have a couple of hours with my vapes. And to be honest, mate, I make more money with the vapes now than I do at work.
Mate, like I say, fair play to you. There's going to become I'm already thinking, like, there's going to become a point where I ain't going to want to go to work. There he is chugging the Pepsi. I'm like that, straight out the bottle. Is that Diet Pepsi?
Yeah, I'm on a diet.
Oh, mate, I goes in for the full. I ain't going to show you. I got a Soda Stream in there, so obviously you buy like the Pepsi syrup, and I has about a portion and a half of what you're supposed to have in there. But it's yeah, I'm the same. I drink. To be honest with you, fizzy pop is one of my weak points.
Yeah, I'm the same, mate. I'm the same. Yeah, I'm getting lots of messages. Why are they asking you any questions?
Mate, ask away. Like I say, I can. Do you know? I just want to say one thing. The reason I behaved in the way I did and got so stressed was I knew shade was going to get thrown my way, but I wasn't prepared for it. Do you know what I mean? I was not prepared for any of it. Whereas I ask away, mate. I'll answer anything.
Well, I'll say one thing before I start, right? I would have done the exact fucking same thing.
Mate, it's listen, I went through about a 10-day period. For the entirety of the 10 days, I was thinking, like, fuck it, I've done the right thing. Now, I wish I wouldn't go as far as saying I regret it. I wish I was, I suppose I wish I was a different mentality, maybe a little bit more mature. But unfortunately, like the vast majority of human beings, I was that hurt, I just wanted to hurt him back. And it was my only way of doing it. Oh, cheers, Adam, mate. Thank you.
There's a lot of them on here, Jim. You've got a lot of people who've got your back, you know. You probably only see the negative things, but there's a lot of positives, mate. The thing is, mate, I've always said you're too soft. We've spoken private before, and I've said to you about Scotty, haven't I said? I only give Scotty the benefit of the doubt because you said he was down. You thought he was down, and he thought, right, give the lad the benefit of his doubt. But I've always thought he's just a little smackhead. I've always said that. You know that.
Yeah, I don't want to come in here. I'm not. Don't take this the wrong way, Sheriff. I'm not going to run him down. I'm at the point now. I don't hate him. Pretty much don't think about him, to be honest. Other than when I'm scrolling through pictures trying to find something, and the odd picture pops up. But other than that, I think the last time we spoke was 4 days ago. And again, I'm getting the blame for him not being on YouTube. The reason he's not on YouTube is because he's giving. Again, I'm not knocking him, but I've heard varying reasons why he's not on. One is he smashed his screen. The other one was he can't remember his password, which was the reason I rang him, was to explain to him, like, to change, if you change your password, you don't need, we're in Google settings. I'm no flipping whiz kid, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to enter your old password. You can just change your password as you're logged in. So my advice was just to do that, and the conversation didn't go well. It ended with us agreeing that neither of us should be speaking, which is, again, like, is water off a duck's. It is a shame that I question now I've landed, so to speak. I always I say I don't know why I went so far, to be honest. Funnily enough, I have just uploaded a video, and then this isn't a plug. I'm not going to plug my channel. I'm not going to plug my channel. I just want to build it off its own back. But I did put a video up today, basically talking about some of these things. Mate, it's one of them, innit? What's done's done. Like, I've shown my good points, and now I've shown that I can be an absolute bellend not even when I want to be. Everybody can be, mate. It was one of the things. Sorry, I don't mean to keep talking, Sheriff. Should I just keep going?
You keep going, mate. I'll just wait there 2 seconds. I just have to say hello to my daughter. Are you Kiwi, darling? She's just said hi, Dad.
Mate, one of the things. It's like
people want to know what you've got to say, Jim. That's the thing. A lot of people want to know the reasoning behind what happened, because we've only got one side of the story, because you went missing, didn't you?
Pretty much, guys. Because this is in, Scotty is disputing whether this got said now, so I don't like. Fair play, Scotty's got his opinion, I've got mine, but it got back. I basically got told that when he decided not to come down, the next day I got told that essentially this was all a trick. This was all to get back at me. Because when I first, hello, Chad Dickey, when I first come on the scene, I wanted to fight the bloke. I just thought, who is this prat? You know. So yeah, I wouldn't say trolling him. To me, trolling someone is for a massive length of period, saying stuff about their mums, dads, like going in deep. It was just all I was saying to him was, "Mate, you a divvy. I want to fight you." Anyway, that was 7 months ago now. We then got, in my opinion, and I still think so, quite good mates. People can take the piss. Oh, YouTube mates, this, that. Fair enough. My heart and soul was into it 100%. I don't care. But yeah, the next day when he said to me that this was all a plan to get back at me for trolling, mate, I'll tell you now, like I did mention the money, but I've never gone on about it massively because. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Because I couldn't give a toss about the money. It was the thought that I, in my opinion, tried doing so much for the bloke, and to believe in that instance that it was all in it again to him, that fucking upset me, mate. Like, so I deleted his channel, and even still, like, even if I had the benefit of hindsight, if I got hurt that much, whether I got hurt that much, or was that soft that I let it hurt me, one of the two, whatever. If my feelings go that way, I would do anything to hurt the other person back. Maybe not anything, but within reason. I want to hurt the other person back. It's childish, but I don't think I'm that weird, to be honest. I'm just a little bit more open and wear me out on my sleeve. I think I feel the same emotions as every other human being. I might just display mine a little bit differently. I've got a light, like one of these proper light things, right? Where I've got the light, I can see myself spitting at the camera. I don't know if you guys can, but I'm well aware I'm doing it.
Not yet, Jim. Wait there, just wait, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it is what
mate,
it is.
It's just all of it is just a shame. And you know, to think I don't know if I said this or not, but one of my goals was to get to a stage where I could afford to pay for a holiday once a year. I'm thinking 200 quid a month, maybe, if I could make it off YouTube. And I'll touch on something else in a minute. And mate, I mean, yeah, I've got no problem admitting it. I'd already got to that point. I got to the point I wanted to. The last payment from my channel was £197. I rang Scotty up, said, like, mate, there's £95 here for you. And in his defence, right, this is what made me think at that time that he wasn't hammering it, or it's because he didn't want that money immediately. He wanted. Cheers, Kudo, mate. Honestly, I'm just going to change stations here. I'd never ever said at any point I was not going to pay that money. I'll be honest with you. Until it got brought up, I had sort of semi forgot. But mate, that money will get donated. I'll give you my word. Hold me accountable.
If you're going to donate to Jim, I would donate it to charity, mate. I wouldn't give it to him.
It is a link to charity. And the only reason I hadn't done it is because I was going to wait until I think it was Lazy Days donated £50. I think it might have been James Bare Knuckle Scene UK, Kurz. I mean, you know yourself that £80, it doesn't actually work out to £80. I think you only get 55% of that. But I've agreed £70, so I will donate £70. But yeah, it is a direct link to his charity. But yeah, sorry, I was just waiting for that YouTube payment. Obviously, I'm never going to receive it now because I closed the channel. I do regret closing that channel now. I got to be honest. I got no problem admitting it.
What, your own channel?
Yeah. I wish I had.
You're so good. Have you got a new channel now? Is this your new channel now?
I've got a new channel. Yeah, I just called it the Champ Jimmy Newman. So. Mate, so I don't think there's any. I'm not bringing that up so you plug it. Like I say, don't worry about that. I'll just.
Well, not the thing is, Jim. Right? There's a lot of people, right, including myself. I used to enjoy watching you and Scotty sometimes, but then other times I didn't because Scotty would talk over everybody. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, mate. I see all the comments, and I see what I was just so zoned in. Is I just discarded everything and I'm not, again, I don't mean to be horrible, but the other, I'm not going to tell you what they are, but other things that happened, I just completely let it go over my head. I was so zoned in on, mate, and even now, like, I've heard that he's joined forces with Video Craig or whatnot. Listen, I mean, everybody knows how I feel towards Craig, but mate, at the end of the day, if Craig can help him, then fucking fair play. It's not a who can help Scotty competition. Like, I hope he does sort himself out. I actually see a picture. I haven't seen this picture. It must be, I don't know how old it is, but mate, I'll send it you later. You're looking at him and you're thinking like, mate, he has shagged some decent looking birds in his time, I should imagine. He used to be a good looking lad, and you're looking into his eyes, you're thinking, I reckon he did used to be a bit of an handful. Mate, I'm not saying he could smash out fucking 17 stone bloody heavyweights, but I tell you, I do reckon he had a bit. He definitely had something about him years ago.
Well, you'd have to go back years, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Again, I didn't come on here to talk about, and I don't believe I have ran him down. Well, I've been quite careful not to. I just I think it's the worst case.
You've just explained your part. Like, you've just been able to put your side across. Whereas when
one of the things that had been said is that I'd done him at a 10 grand. Now, if people remember when we set up a Buy Me a Coffee, the first Buy Me a Coffee, Kurz. Mate, everybody that comes on YouTube is a clout chaser. I'm coming back on YouTube to chase clout. Like, everybody's a clout.
Jim, while we're on here, right? You're supposed to come on with me twice, haven't you? Right.
Yeah.
The shit I was getting when I came on and you never turned up.
I know. I'm sorry.
They actually thought right. I was clickbaiting,
mate.
I actually wasn't.
I don't for 1 second think that like I'm that big. I got that anywhere near that big that anybody would use my name for clickbait. I mean, it and this is, you know, ironically enough, it is a clicks and views and likes driven thing, isn't it? Mate, my views at the end. If I got a message when all this business started. It was from somebody I still speak to, and he was like, Jimmy, if you can last out these next 2 weeks, he was like, your channel is going to grow massively, and I obviously couldn't. And again, this psychotic break episode that got, if if people are if you are working, you just use a plastering job. My job as an example. So I'm going to work plastering. I'm speaking to Scotty G 2 or 3 times during the day. I've got a couple of other people.
Want to break down speaking to him 3 times a day.
I mean, this is only at work. I'm not always asking for money. I'm not going to say that, but just, you know, I do think he gets a bit lonely more than anything, just wanting a chat. So I've got Scotty G ringing me, a few other people ringing me. I've got to get my day's work done. I'm then coming home on my own head, be it coming home to do a live. It just maybe a lot of people could cope with it. Do you know what I mean? I just hang on. No, I can't. I can't remember what I was saying.
It's just about the girl getting too much work and phone calls and
it just got too much for me. It just got too much. I couldn't cope with it anymore. And now it's all said and done. The lasting emotion I have is just relief. I haven't got to do that anymore. And listen, it wasn't something he asked me to do. It was something nobody asked me to do. I did that myself. I essentially put myself through it, is the truth. And I now can see that. But like I say, what's done's done. It is what it is.
Well, what about what's your take on the Paddy Conroy thing? Not with you, just somebody's put stuff in.
I know he's had his channel taken. I don't know what for.
Yeah, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think somebody's put complaints in to get so many strikes, so they've lost. But he's put something up to say, do you need 1,000 subs to go live?
No, 50.
I was going to say, because I went live before and I didn't have 1,000 subs. But apparently,
I'm sure I think you need 50.
Yeah, well, he can't go live. He said he needs a few others, so he's lost everything there, Paddy.
What it is when obviously you get the 50 subscribers, but it takes YouTube a couple of days to update. So once you get the 50 subscribers, normally within 2 or 3 days, you'll be able to go live. This is all stuff that I've learned on the beat, by the way. And it's not that's what happened for me. So I can only assume it'll happen like that for Paddy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's getting naughty, isn't it? People just putting complaints in here, there, and everywhere, trying to get other people's channel. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know that guy who Paddy's got the trouble with, that Humbles or whatever it is. I don't know him. I don't know who it is at all.
I've heard of him.
But that's about it. I don't know what it is. But it's obviously some naughty old shit going on with them too, isn't there?
Yeah, I say this time, mate. I think I'm just going to stay in my own lane, like not worry about what anybody else is doing, and just keep myself to myself. I know I went on Marty's live the other day. I've deleted. Well, obviously, I've actually now got when you scroll through YouTube, I don't get recommended any of the old channels anymore. It's a completely new channel. Don't get me wrong. Am I going to sit here and say I've not looked at any of it? No. You find yourself. I'll just have a look, and then I'll just do 5 minutes, and then but I peeled myself away. And I'm actually speaking to a good friend, and he's the same. Like maybe not everybody is as that. I don't know what the word. I don't know if you can use the word obsessive, but it's close to that. But some people get far too involved. And listen, I did myself. I got far too involved with YouTube and what was going on, and it's no good. I've always maintained, and people are going to say, how can you say this? You're on about coming back. Yeah, I am, but it's going to be to upload a video, and then that's it. I will not be checking the views or anything like I was last time. But the more time and energy you spend.
You take things too personal.
Yeah.
Don't you? Fuck it. Oh, the thing is, right? Everybody who called you on here, right? They're not going to make any difference in your life.
No, and that is the truth. Again, like I say, I wasn't prepared for all of that. I took it far too serious. But I remember as a kid, like I don't know, 12, 13, 11. My mum saying to me, like, "You are sensitive, you are." and I didn't think nothing of it. But I am. But what can you do? Like, I think I am. I say mate. I can stop. I've stopped taking drugs and this and that, but something like that, I can't. How can you? You can't. No, there's nothing you can do about it.
It's just part of your DNA, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I do think all this with you, it has done me a favour in terms. Like I say, I think I'm not saying I'm not going to sit here and say I'm like thick rhino skin, because I'm not. But I think I've developed a bit of a thicker skin. I think.
Sorry, Jim. That was the one.
I can't even bloody remember. I think. Hang on, mate. It's the champ Jimmy Newman, I think.
Is that what it's? I don't even. That's it. I wasn't even sure. What if you?
Yeah, the champ Jimmy Newman. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to do it right this time. I uploaded a video. I don't know if it's up yet, but I got so far away from not a message, like I said in the video, this video. Like, I'm not to most people, I'm absolutely nobody. But I tell you one, I'm not saying it's a skill, but one thing I have got is I've got no issue admitting vulnerability or telling you what my problems in life are, and I'm hoping that can make some people feel better about their own problems, because I think a vast majority of people, they've got problems, but they don't like showing any form of vulnerability. No, they just don't like talking about it. I'm a little bit different. I don't think I'm that weird, is the truth. I don't think I'm that weird. I just
you're definitely weird, Jim.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm that bad.
I used to, right? Honest to God, not that long ago, really. I used to want people to like me and stuff, right? Are you honest? If people didn't like me, I used to get upset. Now, for whatever reason it is, I don't give a shit anymore. I actually don't. It's like, I got my friend on last week, Jim. I got my friend on a live the other week, last week, Davey Robson, and he said I wasn't going to come on. He said, because I watched one of your lives. He said the comments were brutal towards you. He said I couldn't handle that. He said, how can you handle that? I was just like, that doesn't fucking bother me. But he was the same. He said he couldn't have handled people calling him all them names and stuff. But
yeah,
look at me. I'm gorgeous.
Mate, I say that maybe you say you've obviously got thicker skin than me, but listen, I'm well aware. Obviously, if you come back on YouTube, I'm going to get a lot more stick than what I'm well aware. I say I'm just a little bit more prepared for it this time. But mate, you have got the right idea. You have got the right idea.
Yeah, fuck them all.
But I'm sorry, I didn't finish what I was saying. The first buy me a coffee, if the people remember, it got up to £120, and I took that money out and I give it to Scotty. Scotty had it because he was going to buy a passport with it. For whatever reason, he didn't get the passport. The reason Scotty at the time, the reason Scotty needed a passport, A, because we was going to go to Lanzarote, and B, because you can't monetize your channel and open it up unless you have a form of ID. Now, I spent weeks, months trying to use my own ID, but then realized within a Google AdSense account, you can only have one YouTube. So we're now at a point of, well, you sort of had the money to get the passport. It never materialized. And now I can't use my ident. My point being is, we never made a penny from Scotty's channel because we couldn't monetize it. He had monetization capabilities, but he didn't have the identification to do it. Again, I'm not a smart bloke, but I tried I did it for months before I realised you can't have more than one YouTube on. Maybe there's a way of opening another AdSense account, but for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Well, when I've done that, it hasn't asked me for anything. So I don't even know if I am monetized.
Because I had to enter like bloody tax documents and bloody all sorts.
It doesn't ask me for anything like that. I might not have set it up. I might not have even set it up properly. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was all. A lot of it was just.
It says that like I've got the sign where it says like earn.
Yeah.
No dollar sign, but it's never asked me for any information or anything like that. See, I wouldn't be able to get paid. They haven't got my details to pay me.
But that's what I mean. I'd be at some point you are going to have to enter him in, but I wouldn't worry. Your money's not the money that you will make. It's not going to be lost. It will just go into your balance in AdSense, and then obviously you're going to have to withdraw it at some point. You're going to have to enter your card details and whatnot.
To be honest, Jim, I'm not. I won't earn anything anyway. I don't.
Mate, you will. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And I'm not saying it's loads of money, but £200 to me, £200 a month. Oh, I earn £200 a day. In if you think of it like that, it's not a huge amount of money. But if you was to save that £200 a month at the end of the year, that's 1,400. Hang on a minute, that's 1,400 quid, isn't it? No, it's not. It's 2,400 quid. I scrap that, edit that out. 200 quid times 12 is 2,400 quid, isn't it? Like, yeah. My maths isn't the best, but it's good enough to. You can go. That's an holiday every year, which was all I set out to achieve. But yeah, mate, I've no doubt you're probably there already. It's hard to scale until you get your first payment through. You don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, like I say, I'm not too. That's what I'm not really bothered about that. I never really have been. It's like I say, I work, Jim, and I've got my other income. So if I do make any money, it's just a little bit of
another side hustle.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. Might send it to Scotty so he can have an overdose.
I say I'm not going to run the bloke down. I'm over that. I'm over that stage now. Like, it's just it's what's done's done. Yeah, he's agreed to not make any videos about me, and I've agreed to not make any about him. So long may that continue.
Who's that, Scotty?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'll still make them about him.
Mate, anyone else can do their thing, can't they? You crack on and do as you please. But I just.
To be fair to you, if I start running out of ideas, I might make some about you.
Mate, I say you. And again, I see a message. At that point, obviously, I was bloody wounded and being a baby. I see a comment basically saying, like, look, if you're going to come on YouTube, you are putting yourself into the public eye. And I remember reading it and thinking, do you know what? You're right. You are right. So yeah, he is right. So if you're on YouTube, then I, like everybody else, has got to accept that the chances are eventually someone's going to make a video about you. And it seems to be not normally nice videos, are they? No one makes a video going, I'll tell you what, that shows. He's a lovely old boy, and he like sits there for 5 minutes just bigging you up, saying how great you are. It's normally the complete opposite.
Well, we've got JDP on. He makes nice videos about me.
Well, yes. Again, I'm not here to slate. He's not my favourite person either, to be honest. That's as far as I'll go.
Yeah, I do not like or hate anyone really. I'm just not. They're not. Everyone on here, I just don't. It just doesn't affect me, so I don't mind. There's a guy on here who keeps doing videos about me. I think he does 10 a day about me. He'll probably pop up in a minute. Gets about 12 views, right? But then he sends me messages saying, just share my videos, and we'll have a backwards and forwards. I said, don't want to. He sends them to every fucker. There he is, Chris Murphy. Chris Murphy has you shook, Sheriff. Chris fucking Murphy, who the fuck's Chris Murphy?
I think I might have seen some of his videos. I don't know if it's him or not. I can't remember. I've seen
a couple. He does fucking hell. He's done about 20. That guy does not like me.
Maybe he thinks that's a good route to take.
It doesn't matter, because when he does it, he comments on mine to say, just come backwards and forwards with me. Do backwards and forwards.
Again, it does seem when the drama does seem to bring the clicks and views. It's just, unfortunately for me, the drama I was involved in, I took far too seriously, and for me it was real life. From now on, like I say, I get it. I get it now. He's a good old boy, like exposing fighters. I like him. He's sound.
Yeah, this guy loves me. He's always commenting.
Well, I suppose the silver lining is the second dumbest plank on YouTube is sat to the right of you. So there we go.
I was going to move then.
You can do it. You can move people across. If you put it across on the camera, it will move. It will move.
No, Jim, I'm not messing about with this and end up going off. You know what I'm like. Yeah, it's fucking shocking, mate. But I'm glad I got you on, though, because it's been a while. You're supposed to be coming on a couple of times. But,
yeah, mate, like I say, Sheriff was not blagging. I agreed to come on every single time. And then I think once I didn't even answer him. And the second time I let him know when I got home, I was tired. But yes, he's not lying. I was supposed to come on. I was a letdown.
Well, you're sounding and looking a lot happier than you were a couple of weeks ago when I spoke to you, mate. Like in private. Yeah.
That is the case. Again, the thing is stress turns to anxiety. Anxiety then starts turning to depression. And this is, again, I mean, I'll open you a bit. I'm back to having a little smoke again now. But the other thing is I was actually at that point when all that started, I was like 18 days into a weed withdrawal. So I probably wasn't mentally prepared for what happened anyway. But you throw that. And the issue, again, some people have withdrawn from heroin, like it's nothing. But I find when I'm stopping the weed, I don't eat and sleep properly. So it just snowballed, mate. But it's all immaterial now.
Just don't once you do come back on, Jim, just don't throw everything into it like you did last time.
No, I'm not going to. And I can't deny that is a trait of my character. You should see me at work. Like, everything I do with 110%. I can't be any other way. I look round at blokes and I can see them taking it easy and this. I can't do that. I'm boom, straight to the point. But you are right, yeah.
Best thing to do, Jim, do a video on a morning, put your fucking phone away, and then pick your phone back up on a tea time.
Mate, to be honest with you, me and the missus have started saying like it's going to be the weekends, the phone are going to go away. But these things now, they are what laptops used to. You've got a laptop in your pocket the whole time. If you're not on YouTube, it's Facebook. If it's not Facebook, it's Twitter. If it's not Twitter, you're on some TV app always staring down. It just
Pornhub.
Pornhub, yeah, is another one. Let's face it, I'm a bloke myself. I know exactly what Pornhub is. But yeah, I just realised, particularly YouTube, towards the end, I was just like, this is starting to. I'm letting this take over my life now, and I now realise that is what can happen. This time, it won't happen. Watch this space, Jimmy Newman 2.0.
I hope you're. I hope you do, mate. Because like it's no good when it's no good if you're getting yourself down and you make yourself feel like shit. It's not the right thing, is it?
No, it's not. It's not the way to go, mate. No, it's not.
If you're not enjoying it, don't do it.
Exactly that. Yeah. And again, I don't know if the video's gone up yet. It was taking ages, but it's one of the things I did touch. I'm talking into my phone, walking my dog, and I've realised I've been talking about absolute, well, not nonsense, but I've been talking to like 13 minutes, and it is one of the things I did touch on. Like, yeah, to not get so involved in it.
I like that one. Look, I like this comment. Hence the name, Newman.
Radio Babs. I said I don't remember that name, but yeah, the Newman.
Probably Scotty.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of messages on there. You're asking if he's still alive.
Again, I am no longer Scotty's spokesperson, but I just know that Scotty. I don't know. I've heard varying stories from him. He's either broken his phone or he can't remember his password. I don't know, but essentially, I haven't locked him out of his account. That's all I'm saying. No, he's not on YouTube through no fault of his own. I believe he will be back. That's all I know.
Back on payday, won't he? Well, no, he won't be back on payday. He might be back for about an hour and then he'll go missing for 3 days.
Well, I wouldn't like to comment what he's going to do.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm just glad to say that you're okay, mate. I've had you back all the time.
All good in the hood, mate. All good in the hood.
There's a lot of people on here don't realise that we speak in private as well.
Yeah, we speak on WhatsApp.
And so a lot of people only only knew half the story, see. But obviously I knew a lot. Well, I didn't know everything, but I knew a lot what was going on in the background. Do you know what I mean? So I've always had your back.
I don't want to. I say I'm not here to come on YouTube and like reel off what point every single thing he's done to me. I say I've done things to upset him as well. It's just a shame. It is what it is. I know I keep saying that, but
the thing is, you can hold your head up, mate. You try to help somebody who's in need of help, and they got thrown back in your face. Game over. That's it, right?
Well,
cut and dry, really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, maybe I should have. Look at it now. I think I was a little bit naive. Naive, I think, to be honest.
No, apparently you're grooming the sheriff now. He doesn't need to groom me. He doesn't need to groom me. I've been sending him pictures for months. Okay, now. Hey, you've got a few on as well. I've got 190 people on.
That's good.
Well, I come on the other night with my other mate. Davey. He used to do a podcast called a Davey Robson podcast. Oh, don't know what happened there, mate. He hasn't done one for about a year, but he done one of. Have you ever? I don't know if you'll have heard it. It's called Medhamsley. It was like a young offenders jail, but it was like back in the 70s and 80s. It took our way. There was a lot of stuff. Like the prison guards used to beat them up and sexually assault them and all sorts. And he went around and interviewed about 20 or 30 different blokes. You should have a look at it on YouTube. It's a Davey Robson podcast, Medhamsley.
I've seen that film Scum. I've seen that film Scum with Ray Winston in. So that's obviously a true story then.
Yeah. It's a bit. That's the type of institute they were in. What they used to get, and a lot of them have been caught, but a lot of the prison guards have died now because it was that many years ago.
Yeah.
Some of them are still getting jailed now, and they're in their 80s and stuff because it was horrific what they've done to the young offenders.
Yeah.
Blokes there, obviously, there's blokes who were in that young offenders, like prisoners at the time, and they're still scarred. They're scarred for life. Some of them. It's not nice. It's not an easy watch, Jim, to be honest, but it's interesting.
Yeah, what's it called again?
He's called a Davey Robson podcast. I'll send you the message after we finish on here, mate.
Yeah.
But he used to do podcasts with like local villains and stuff and gangsters and stuff like that. But I don't think he's done it for about a year now. Just work commitments and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I might have a look. Yeah, send me the link. I'll have a watch. I'll have a butcher's.
I'll send you that. That was a feat to be back on here talking. It's okay now because you can. I said it must be okay. Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that you can't see the comments, so you're okay.
I'll tell you, I'm very curious to see exactly when I get back live again to see exactly what the messages are going to be saying. I've got a sneaky suspicion, but I think I'm prepared for it now.
To be honest, mate, it's not that fucking bad. To be fair, though, at least because you're on, I'm not getting called as much.
Taking some of the flack off you. Problem shared and a problem halved.
Yeah, it's even in itself out. I've been fucking great tonight, actually. It's not all about me being a cunt. Yeah, to be honest, there's nothing fucking bad.
Oh, mate, I ain't worried anyway. Like I say, at this point, ignorance is bliss. So
yeah, he must be on about Davies. That's what Borstal. That's what it was. Borstal back in the day, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but yeah.
Yes, this guy.
Yeah. I got threatened with Borstal a couple of times as a kid.
Yeah.
Not seriously. I mean, obviously, Mum used to say, "Oh, well, you carry on, you'll be going to Borstal." Didn't even know what it was, but I obviously grew up and realised it is like a child's prison.
Yeah, I put them all up. I put them up. All the comments are Sheriff's got nothing about him whatsoever. But guess what? You're still watching, you fucking idiot.
Well, yeah, you got a point. You have got a point there. Yeah.
Of course I have. I tell you what, the amount of shit I get, but they watch every fucking video, Jim.
Well, that's it, isn't it? At the end of the day, if they watch long enough to comment, then you got a view out of it, isn't it? That's the way to look at it.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, mate. That comment and these views, you're making me a couple of quid. Thank you.
That's that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the way to look at it.
Yeah. Right. Well, listen, Jim. I know you were a bit tired and stuff, and you didn't want to.
Yeah, mate. I was just perfect timing. That was. I was trying to find a segue into buggering off, but you've just done it for me. Fantastic.
No, well, you know yourself, Jim. I spoke to you earlier on. I've got shit to get sorted for tomorrow. So.
Yeah, no, that's sound, mate. I'll say I'll jump back on again. Some point.
Yeah, like I said, get back when you feel a bit up for it and that. Jump on yourself. I'll jump on, no problem, mate.
Yeah, no, anyway,
I don't want you watching the comments.
No, mate. Listen, mate. I can only imagine what they say.
They're not bad, mate. They're not bad. For me, I don't think they're bad. They're just fucking stupid, aren't they, bud?
Yeah, no, I ain't, mate. I like to say I ain't worried. If you're gonna come on YouTube, you're asking for it, ain't you? So I essentially am asking for it. So
before Jimmy goes, he's back. So get over and subscribe to him. The champ's back. The people's champ is back. And I'll tell you what, he's looking a lot better than he did, especially because he's copying off my fucking haircut.
Do you know what? I honestly, I said to my wife today, hey, I was like, to be honest with you, I feel a lot better with this hair. The thing is the hairstyle I had, if I was going to blow dry it and bloody comb it back and over, it looked all right. But I never went out. I never done my hair. So I feel much more comfortable like this. I feel much.
Jimmy, tell the truth. Tell the viewers the truth. Your missus said, I think you should get a haircut like the sheriff.
Yeah, you got me there. That's exactly what she said.
I'll tell you what, your mum's jumped on a couple of my lives as well with a couple of comments, bless her.
I think I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't spoke to her about YouTube in a while, but I know she still goes on there. She still goes on there. A
couple of lives because I said to you, I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I've sort of sussed it out now a little bit.
Yeah.
So put links in the I can put the link in the chat. And that's all you need to do, really, isn't it? Being able to put the links in and send.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm no whiz kid, but if ever you get stuck, I'm only on WhatsApp anyway.
Yeah. Right. Well, listen, Jim, I'm going to leave it because, like I say, I need to bugger off. I know you're a bit tired, a bit busy, and that. So, thanks a lot for coming on, mate.
No worries, mate. Cheers, Sheriff.
Right, and to everybody else, good night. But thanks for tuning in. I did get him on eventually, Jimmy. And the other day, he's a good Jimmy. He is one of the good ones. Like him, I love him. He's got a decent heart. So, right, listen, I've got a lot of stuff to do now because I need to get sorted. I'm at the funeral at the minute, which is not great. But I'm going to go and get a shave and get stuff sorted for tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and good night.